Hello students, today we will discuss a previous year question that came in the accounts exam held by the Assam Higher Secondary Education Council. So the question here is, what is meant by adjustment entry in final accounts? Give 2 examples of adjustment entry. Okay. So here we will go by the definition first, that is, an adjustment entry is a journal entry made at the end of the accounting period to update incomes and expenses so that they match the correct accounting year. It is made to record outstanding, prepaid, accrued or unrecorded items before preparing final accounts. So what is a adjustment entry? These are entries, as mentioned, these are journal entries that are entered in that are made during the preparation of the final accounts, that is before the preparation of the final account at the end of the accounting period. Why? They are made to update information, that is to update the incomes and expenses. And what does they update? Such as outstanding, any record of outstanding payment, prepaid payment or prepaid receipts out, then accrued payments and unrecorded items, that is when the accountant misses to record certain things, like if there are certain errors of omission, that is also, so to update those things, to record those omissions, also adjustment entries are made. So here the 2 examples that we have are outstanding rent. As mentioned before, adjustment entries record outstanding, prepaid, accrued or unrecorded items before preparing final accounts. So the examples in our example, the first example is outstanding rent. What is rent? It is a payment. So one example of adjustment entries is outstanding rent. So here the example given is rent for 2000 is unpaid at the year end. So if the trial balance is made and the accountant is to be going to make the profit and loss account, is to be going to make the profit and loss account, and there was an unpaid rent by the business of 2000, then what he will do? He will have to make adjustment entries, and the adjustment entry will be something like this, that is rent account debit 2000 amount to outstanding rent account 2000 credit. Since rent is rent is an expenditure, that is why it is debited, and outstanding rent is a liability for the business, that is why it is credited. Okay, next, the next example here is prepaid insurance. Again, prepaid means when something is paid in advance, and here insurance is an expenditure. So when the expenditure of a business is paid in advance, we call it the prepaid expenditure. So here in our example is prepaid insurance. So insurance of rupees 500 paid in advance. So anything paid in advance becomes the asset for the business. That is why the journal entry or the adjustment journal entry will be prepaid insurance account debit. Because it is an asset account, that is why it will be debited to insurance account, and the insurance account will be credited here, that is with rupees 500. So this was the concept of adjustment entries. Do remember, adjustment entries will also may also contain omitted records. For example, closing stock might not be in the trial balance. It might come in the adjustment entries. And when we prepare a profit and loss account or final accounts, say, if there will be adjustment entries in the question, we will always have to record that in 2 places. Why so? Because we follow the double entry system. Whenever in preparing final accounts, if we have adjustment entries, always do remember those adjustment entries will go to 2 places, because we follow the double entry system of accounting.